Hello viewers of this video. Today we're gonna run a little fuel economy test on two V8 engines, one without and one with turbos. So let's see what happens. Now the route I'll be taking is a simple 19.3 km city route, which should cover every aspect of city driving: main streets, side streets, traffic lights, downtown and residential areas. I'll be driving between 8:30 am and 9:30 am to get the most dynamic traffic conditions. First up, it's the naturally aspirated 5.0 liter V8 of the Mercedes-Benz W220 S500. So time to fill up the Mercedes. As you can see, at the moment it has 33 liters in the tank and it will give us the range of 219 kilometers. So let's put some more fuel into it and see how much it can take. I'll be running the 98 octane fuel on both of the cars from the same pump, so trying to make everything as even as possible. So let's see how much fuel does the Merc take on. So next to the claimed 33 liters on tank, the Merc almost took on 53 liters of fuel more. So if you believe the car, then it has a combined total of 86 liters of fuel on board. So yeah, let's go pay for it and start driving. So we have fuel now. Let's fire the old girl up and see. And now she says 88 liters in the tank, 704 kilometer range. Now let's see. Let's try to make this thing into zeros somehow. There's the button. I hope that's it. 88 liters, 0 kilometers on the little counter there. And let's see what mileage do we get. The premise of this test is super simple. I'm just gonna run the same route with both cars. Before running I will fill up the tank, and after I've completed the route, seeing how long it took and what was the distance, I'm gonna just fill up the tank again and see how much gasoline it took, and then we can make little calculations on which engine was more fuel efficient. Now I'm not gonna try to hypermile or anything. I'm just gonna drive as I normally drive, use the same methods, try to keep it same on both runs. I'm not gonna change how I usually drive because I want to get an honest reading of the fuel consumption. I'm gonna stick to the speed limits, so I'm trying to keep everything as same as possible. Now it's Thursday morning, 8:45, and I'm gonna run the other car at the same time to even try to minimize the difference in traffic volume between the runs. So wish me luck. I've tried to alternate the route so that I would be hitting smaller and bigger streets. The driving's gonna be pretty much straight all the time though, because that's how the city streets are built. I can't put curves in it. So I try to hit traffic lights, try to get some normal cruising, so it would be everything mixed into it. So I would get an actual reading out of it. Now I must hasten to add that 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers into this run I'm already bored as hell. But what you gonna do? This is science, isn't it? I mean, useless science, but science regardless of it being useless.
Six and a half hours late.
But our economy run is slowly coming over 18 kilometers, so we should get solid 19 kilometers of city action. 18.5 kilometers, and now we're gonna turn into the pits here. After 18.5, 18.6. I'm gonna slowly turn in and see how much fuel can we take on board. That's 18.6. Still 18.6. And 18.6 kilometers is what we did today. So I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna go see what the car can take on board. We did 18.6 kilometers, the needle didn't move. So our today's run was 18 kilometers, 26 kilometers per hour average speed. And the fuel consumption is something we're gonna find out in a second here. We went for 18 kilometers. So I'm gonna get in the 98 nozzle as before. And let's see. I'm gonna make it go auto on me. And let's see how much fuel did we use. So it's hardly scientific, but 2.4 liters for 18 kilometers of city driving. So we managed to go 18.6 kilometers in the city with the average fuel consumption of 12.9 liters per 100 kilometer, which is crazy. How the hell is it that slow? I need to get somebody else to do the math here. And 12.9, this is a Prius basically to me. I mean, insane. I'm baffled. If these numbers hold up, I'm totally baffled here. I have a furry feeling that Audi is gonna consume at least 6 liters more. I'm gonna drive the same, everything's gonna be the same, and I'm pretty sure Audi is gonna consume at least 6 liters of more fuel.
Eventually, later.
Now we're back. Few days older, few days wiser. And let's get the Audi on the road and see what it does on the fuel consumption wise. 2 turbos, 4.2 liters, 5 valves per cylinder. So let's see how it does in the fuel consumption test compared to the Mercedes-Benz. Now in the Audi, I have no way of telling you how much is the predicted amount of fuel in the tank. I can only say that the needle shows it's a bit more than half a tank and 360 kilometer range, which if I go by the best mileage I've ever had, which was full tank and 620 kilometers with it, so it should be half a tank. So let's get it fueled up and see. Going for the 98 from the same pump as the last time. This car should hold about 83 liters of fuel. So let's see. Let's get this pump in and get it running. Nicely locked. And let's see. So it seems the fuel gauge is not lying, and not even the range meter. So we could add almost 42 liters to the 83 liter fuel tank. So it kind of seems to be adding up, and the range is not actually a lie. It's quite accurate. So I'm amazed actually that this car has an accurate range meter. But yeah, let's go pay for the fuel and start driving. Let's fire up the car and see what's going on here. So the analog meter is full obviously, and it gives me a 600 kilometer range. 100 less than Mercedes predicts for itself. So let's start driving and see what goes on. Now, DJ SpongeBob, cue that. Actually, you don't want to see this, so let's just skip to the end. Power! That's what we do. And the pump is open, which is also nice. So let's see. Nobody's trying to actually do something. Let's see. Same pump for refill. 2. Whoppa! Now the moment of truth, really. Getting that same 98 nozzle. And let's see. Let's try to focus in on the fuel counter. So 2.97 liters. So obviously we use more fuel as we did in the Mercedes there. The calculations will be in a second here. So the initial calculations show me that the average fuel consumption on this car was 15.8 liters per 100 kilometers compared to the Mercedes's 12.9. The cars weigh the same. Merc has a bigger engine by 0.8 liters. It doesn't have the turbos though. Yeah, so go figure, make your own conclusions from here. I pretty much proved what I set out to prove, which is that the turbo cars will consume more fuel. At least it was in the year 2003, in which one this test would have been relevant. In 2017 though, I don't know what I did prove. I proved that it used to be so that the turbo cars consumed way more fuel than the naturally aspirated cars. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a conclusive statement to be made here. I mean, it pretty much doesn't matter. So yeah, like always, thanks for watching if you were watching up to this point, and if you weren't, then thanks for not watching, and have a nice day. Peace. See ya.